Welcome back. And finally, this Saturday, July 20th, we're gonna have a little break from this crazy heat. And of course, it's gonna get hot again. So we're only having high of 83 degrees and low of 64 degrees. And this will be a perfect chance to take advantage of the weather and have our first better pistol shooter class. As I'm shooting stills more and more, I notice that I'm getting faster. But one thing I noticed is that for a lot of shooters, including myself, our accuracy starts to suffer. And as you're shooting faster, your anticipation builds more and your trigger finger flapping gets worse. So for our first drill, it's gonna be at 5 yards, and we're gonna prep our trigger and learn how to shoot without the anticipation. And we're gonna hit 12 small targets at 5 yards. This is at 5 yards, and we got 12 small targets. We're gonna try to put one shot each and make sure you're on the target. Okay, here it is. Let's take a look. All right, that was the first shot, second shot, third shot, fourth, I was getting on it, fifth, right in the middle, and then sixth, seventh, eighth, that's right at the border, but it did hit the line, so we're gonna count it in, and then ninth, 10th, on the money, and then 11th and 12th. So this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna repeat it about 3-4 times until you guys are comfortable. And our second drill is draw and fire. Again, as we're drawing and firing, we're in such a hurry, the anticipation builds again, and we're not hitting the targets like we should. So here we're gonna be doing drawing single tap, double tap, and quadruple tap. And this is at 5 yards. Next, we're gonna do draw and fire, and we're gonna shoot according to the number of the targets. So 1-1 meaning one shot, and then double tap, and then we're gonna have to hit 4 times. So from a draw and fire, go at your own pace, make sure we have everything in the target. Okay, this is 5 yards, and we're gonna use a timer, not to rush you, but to have you draw. Safety on. 1.77. Safety on. 2.08. Now double tap. Okay, still on the line. Safety on. Time 2.58. Okay, the second one didn't hit the line, so I'm gonna repeat it again. Time 3.57. Okay, next is the middle one, quadruple tap. All 4 in, time 3.44. Mine is shooting a little low because it's 5 yards. I actually sight this in at 15 yards, so it's gonna shoot a little low, so I do need to aim a little bit higher. I also see a lot of shooters having a hard time double tapping in different distance. And the main reason is because they're not confident in different distance. And they don't have firm enough grip. So here we're gonna be double tapping at 5 yards, 10 yards, and 15 yards, and confirm what speed that you're most comfortable in different distance double tapping. And again, make sure you have a nice firm grip to have a better double tapping skills. Okay, we gotta practice double tap from 5 yards, 10 yards, and 15 yards. Time 0.75, split of 2.0. Time 0.66, split of 0.23. Time 0.68, splits of 0.21. Let's try a little bit faster. Stand by. Time 0.60, split of 0.21. Stand by. Time 0.60, split of 0.20. So for me, 5 yards, split of 0.20, around 0.6 seconds for double tap seems to be the norm. Next is 10 yards. 0.91, the split is 0.39. 0.86, split of 0.35. Time 0.92, split was 0.37. 0.70, the split of 0.30. Okay, now we're gonna try 15 yards. 1.55, split of 0.48. 1.07, split of 0.57. Stand by. 1.07, split of 0.46. Okay, as you've seen it, obviously further the distance, it takes more time to get your red dot on the side. Now 5 yards, you could go pretty fast, but from 10 yards, it does take a discipline. And by training this, you understand your distance and your double tapping and what is most accurate for you. So we're gonna repeat this 10 times each. And another thing that I noticed, even though this is something you could practice at home, most shooters struggle with reloading. So here we're gonna have one steel target at 6 yards, and we're gonna do single tap, reload, single tap, reload. So it's gonna be 2 reload, and by practicing, you're gonna get much better. My first goal was to do it under 5 seconds, but my ultimate goal was under 4 seconds. And here I've told my students many times, when you're reloading, you make sure you drop your magazine with your strong hand, while your weak hand is going for the fresh magazine, and as the magazine drops, you gotta insert it. But if you don't practice, this doesn't really work out as it should. And I see a lot of students, they have their magazines turned around, so they have to twist it and get it in. In fact, here, I did the same thing once. My goal is under 4 seconds. Time, 5.43. Stand by. Time, 4.71. Time, 4.01. Stand by. Time, 3.82. 4.20. 3.88. 3.77. Time, 3.82. 3.88. 3.77. Any great shooter will tell you the best time to reload is while you're moving from one target to the next target. So as soon as you press your magazine release button, you get your fresh magazine out and you're already on the movement, and you insert it, and as you come up to the next shooting position, your gun should be up and ready to fire. I know this sounds difficult, and it is not easy, and it takes practice. And this is what I'm gonna try here. And here we're gonna have 3 steel targets with the barricades in between. So you have to reload in between the barricade and come up and shoot between the barricade as well. And honestly, my goal was to break 6 seconds, but I was very happy with what I was able to do. Stand by. Time, 4.94. Time, 4.70. 4.25. 4.04. 4.02. Time, 3.89. Woo! 3.53. 3.53. Yeah. Time 3.88. Woo! Time 3.89. Woo! 3.89. Woo! 3.53. 3.53. Time 3.88. Woo! Okay, if we have time, we can have a one record breaker competition, and this is combat reload. So at 7 yards, and the record was set by me, and this is the time to beat. Okay.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Safety on?
9.16.
What time?
9.16.
Oh, I'll cut 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I know this is kind of in a short notice, but I really have to make sure we had the right weather for it. And like always, it's always 6 participants. So sign up at the link in description as soon as you can, and we're gonna have some fun. And I hope to see you on July 20th.